I request Dr. Yatish Mishra, sir, to please come on the dais. And I thank you also, then ma'am, to facilitate them. Now I would request the reporters of different technical sessions to kindly come and present their report. I would like to request initially Dr. Vatsal Singh to come and present her report of a session. That is the inaugural session. Vatsal.
And I'm going to present the report for the inaugural session. Inaugural session was started by Saraswati Vanna by Delhi University students, followed by lamp lighting ceremony by the principal of Shamlal College. Evening, Dr. Praveen Kumar, along with the other eminent guests, including Chief Guest Shri V.P. Singh, former Governor Sikkim, Vishwanath Tripathi, former Professor of Indian University of Delhi as keynote speaker, Professor A.K. Singh, former VC, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University, Ahmedabad, Gujarat as guest of honor, Mrs. Savita Gupta, Chairperson, Shamlal College Evening, Delhi University, Shamlal College Morning and Evening Principal as well, Dr. Harish Khanna, Sir, Associate Professor, Department of Hindi, Shamlal College Evening, Delhi University. Dr. Praveen Kumar, Principal, Shamlal College Evening, set the platform by welcoming everyone and introducing the theme of the conference. Then our Chief Guest, Shri V.P. Singh, former Governor Sikkim and Home Secretary, Government of India, expressed his deep and long attachment to the subject of Bhakti movement. He said that it's a pan-Indian movement. It not only helped in making the trends like Sufism, but also made a new image of India of equality. He also focused on culture and said that it is a strong feature of nation state, although it has to be kept in mind that it carries along with it two challenges. Also, one is market and the other is military. He elaborated that Bhakti movement has got its genesis in 6th century based on the teachings of Alvar sons. In the current context, he mentioned that India is able to preserve the wisdom of its sages and saints, and this conference is a very good example of such an effort. He mentioned how his book Bahuda and Post 9/11 World celebrates diversity related to the topic. He posed some valuable questions as India celebrates unity in diversity, but from where does this unity come from? He quoted beliefs which inspire reinforced bhakti in people's mind. He emphasized that women played a very big role in the bhakti movement. They protested to God and made it a movement of challenge and protest. Our next guest, Professor Vishwanath Tripathi, as a keynote speaker, expressed his views by saying that some questions are left unanswered, which future generations should make their agenda to answer. He said that asking questions is also a matter of talent and emphasized on the importance of history and information when it comes to Bhakti movement. He mentioned that it's pan-Indian movement and we have to save its diversity in order to save its grandeur. He highlighted the importance of music in Bhakti by saying that to guess the soul of any country, you have to know the music of that country. He talked about various interpretations of Ram and Krishna as well. Professor A.K. Singh, former VC, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University, Gujarat, as guest of honor, expressed his thoughts by pointing towards Buddha memento and said that Shamlal College Evening has set the platform by giving such an inspiring figure in the form of memento, which is quite symbolic. He gave overview of 6 components of hagiography based on Western idea, for example, Gita, lives of saints, Patio, martyrs, inventio, religious martyrs, etc. He also gave example of the writings of Govardhan Tripathi, one of the great classical poet of Gujarat, to elaborate the term hagiography. He concluded his thought by saying that Bhakti movement is an ongoing process and there are still many areas to be focused upon as events for which this movement started were not erased then. प्रोफेसर भूपेश्वर सिंह, हिंदी के जाने माने विद्वान व आलोचक, ने धर्म की परिभाषा की व्यापकता पर जोर देते हुए सगुण निर्गुण ब्रह्म के विवाद पर चर्चा की। उन्होंने संस्कृति को बचाने की गुहार की। उन्होंने संत और साहित्य को सत्ता से दूर रखने की सलाह भी दी। श्रीमती सविता गुप्ता, चेयरपर्सन Shamlal College Evening, expressed her happiness and congratulated the college staff for organizing such an event. Thereafter, a book named Folk Tales of Nagpur, written by Dr. Sandeep Kumar Yadav from English Department, Shamlal College, evening, was launched by the dignitaries present on the dais.
Our first speaker was Professor Gopeshwar Singh, Department of Hindi, University of Delhi. In his enlightening speech, Professor Gopeshwar Singh expressed his views on religion and bhakti movement. He highlighted two aspects of religion religion, that is internal and external aspects. Our next speaker was Dr. Sunil Sardar. He belongs to International Satya Shodhak Samaj. In his critical and thought-provoking speech, Dr. Sunil Sardar said that it was not only a movement of bhakti, but also a movement of mukti. The movement was basically intended to open the minds of the people. He also said that the Indian freedom movement was the result of bhakti movement. The next speaker was Professor Sridhar Gautam, Department of English, Tribhuvan University, Nepal. Professor Sridhar Gautam, in his paper titled Why Humanism Matters, laid emphasis on the interconnectedness of education of humanities and the spirit of humanism. He said that it was the education of humanities that promoted creation and imagination in human minds. He further said that the study of humanities may not fetch immediate benefits, but it makes people more sensitive, imaginative, creative, and humane. The next speaker was Dr. Sucheta Chaturvedi. In her paper titled A Comparative Perspective of George Herbert's Poetry, Dr. Sucheta presented a comparative study on George Herbert's poetry in relation to some aspects of Bhakti movement. The next speaker of this session was Professor Sudha Singh, Department of Hindi, University of Delhi. She expressed her views on religion and said that religion must be analyzed, but not on the condition of religion itself. She also said that Bhakti movement was a byproduct of religion, social and political movements of the time. She presented two aspects of Bhakti movements: cultural and linguistic coordination in Bhakti movement, which consolidated the culture and dialects of different regions of the country, and the gender aspect, which was neglected that time. After that started the second session, which was chaired by Professor Jagdishwar Chaturvedi, Department of Hindi, Calcutta University. The theme of the panel discussion was Notion of Pollution and Sociology of Caste in Bhakti Movement. We had 4 speakers in that session. The first speaker of this session was Dr. Ganga Sahai Meena from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Dr. Meena presented his views on Bhakti movement from the perspective of Adivasi philosophy. In his critical speech, he said that Adivasi philosophy was against the discriminating aspects of Bhakti movement. He also said that in Bhakti movement, the superiority of man was emphasized, whereas Adivasi philosophy gave equal importance to the non-human beings. Our next speaker of this session was Dr. Poonam Kumari. She presented her paper titled Vidyapati Ki Radha. There was less time, therefore she was not able to express her ideas completely. The next speaker in this category was Dr. Sanjeev Mishra from IIT Roorkee. He presented his paper under the title The Bhakti Movement and Tulsidas, a neo-historical investigation. He said that the saint poets of Bhakti movement aimed at synthesizing the fragmented Indian society through their teachings. Taking a slightly new historical stance, Dr. Sanjeev Mishra examined the motivating forces behind the Bhakti movement and literary achievements of Tulsidasa as a social cultural reformer. Along with this session, there was a panel session which was going on. So in the panel session, Dr. Prabhu Rai chaired this session. He belongs to Tribhuvan University, Nepal. The theme of this session was Bhakti poets and their relevance in contemporary society. We had 5 speakers in that session also. The first speaker was Dr. Pratima Kaushik. She presented her paper under the title Religious Coping, Resilience and Psychological Well-being among Differently Abled Young Adults. She said that differently abled people often face limitation in their physical functioning, mobility, dexterity and stamina. She further said that religious coping is the use of religious beliefs to reduce distress and the problems of the disabled. Our next speaker was Dr. Pooran Meena. उन्होंने अपने शोध पत्र सूफी संप्रदाय और भारतीय समाज पर प्रभाव में कहा कि सूफी मत ईश्वर तथा जीवन की समस्याओं के प्रति मस्तिष्क व हृदय की भावना है और सूफी मत कट्टर इस्लाम से उसी प्रकार भिन्न है जिस प्रकार कैथोलिक धर्म से ओवेकर्स भिन्न है. हमारे अगले स्पीकर थे डॉक्टर अभिनव दिव्यांशु फ्रॉम गौतम बुद्ध यूनिवर्सिटी। उन्होंने अपने शोध पत्र जाति परिदृश्य के बदलते प्रतिमानों का नवीनतम मूल्यांकन वर्तमान संदर्भ में भक्ति काल में जाति प्रथा की समाज पर भक्ति काल में जाति प्रथा की समस्या पर प्रकाश डाला। उन्होंने इस बात पर जोर दिया कि भक्ति आंदोलन एक सफल आंदोलन नहीं बन सका क्योंकि इसमें जाति प्रथा नहीं खत्म हुई। हमारे अगले वक्ता थे डॉक्टर अमित सिंह, हिंदी विभाग, श्यामलाल कॉलेज, सांध्या। उन्होंने अपने रिसर्च पेपर भक्ति आंदोलन में कबीर का समाज संघर्ष में भक्ति आंदोलन में कबीर के योगदान पर प्रकाश डाला। उन्होंने कहा कि कबीर ने अपनी कथनी और करनी दोनों के समभाव से सामाजिक बुराइयों को चेतावनी दी। हमारे अंतिम वक्ता थे डॉक्टर मीना पांडे फ्रॉम विवेकानंद कॉलेज। उन्होंने अपने शोध पत्र शीर्षक विरोधों का सामंजस्य रामचरित और हम में रामचरित की आधुनिक समाज में महत्व और प्रासंगिकता पर अपने विचार प्रकट किए। उन्होंने कहा कि जीवन में सदैव सुख विद्यमान नहीं रहता और न ही दुख। रामचरित का उदाहरण देते हुए उन्होंने कहा कि प्रतिकूल परिस्थितियों में समय को अनुकूल बनाने वाला ही मनुष्य है, जीवन जीने योग्य है, वीर है और आदर्श है। हमारे अगले स्पीकर थे That's all for these sessions. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, all of you. I am reporting for the technical session 3. The third session was chaired by Dr. Richard Havel from University of Theology, Allahabad. The theme of the session was Bhakti poets and their relevance in contemporary society. The first speaker was Professor Amarnath Joshi, who has presented his views on humanism, Bhakti movement and humanism in the caste hierarchy. He gives a beautiful example of humanism from Shakespeare's line in Hamlet that what a piece of work is a man. Next speaker was Professor Rajkumar from University of Delhi. He emphasizes on the poetry of Bhima Boy. He has shown caste hierarchy in the Odia literature. He talked about Bhima Boy's word and his reason where lower class will rule over upper class. Next speaker was Professor Rashida from Saurashtra College, Madurai. She presents Bhakti movement in the poetry of Subramanyam Bharati. In his poetry, there are only two castes in the world, one who is educated and the other who is not educated. Next speaker was S.K. Thopoi, who defined God through Bhakti movement as God is beginningless and endless, and very well defined the name of the place, Thiruvananthapuram, and the book with the same name, and said that the book is not less than important than Bible and Quran. Next session was fourth technical session. The theme of the session was saint poets and their role in social transformation. The session was chaired by Professor Purushottam Vilamal from JNU. The first speaker of the session was Dr. Kusum Lata. She gives her views on Geet Govind, Jaidev Geet Govind. She has spoken on the topic, the role of Jaidev in the Bhakti movement. Her paper proposes to bring forth the contribution of Jaidev, the renowned Sanskrit poet, scholar, saint, and writer of the most melodious verses in the Sanskrit language in the Bhakti movement. Next speaker was Dr. Prabhu Roy. His paper defined Bhakti, devotional surrender to the Supreme Being, has immense scope, as it distinguished from bad, and Bhakti began since the advent of universe. People also practice Bhakti according to their own conscience. Generally, in the ancient time, people understand Bhakti by their religion. Next speaker of the session was Dr. Ajit Singh. His topic was exploring the humanistic vision of Mirabai. This paper explored how the Bhakti movement has enriched all Indian languages to a greater measure than any other movement, political, social or economic. Next speaker was Ms. Arushi Bahuguna. Her topic was rereading hagiography, refreshing Bhakti movement, Mirabai and Bhima Boy as models for the modern women. Her paper analyzes how the politics behind hagiography of women saints affects their place in society as model for emulation. Next speaker was Dr. Padmashini. She is from Tamil Nadu. Her topic was Andel and inspiration of femininity in South India. Her paper presents Andel as an embodiment of evolution for the spiritual empowerment of women in South India. Our next speaker was Dr. Santosh. he has given his presentation in Hindi. कबीर की प्रासंगिकता, इन्होंने सुझाव दिया कि कबीर पर विभिन्न वर्गों और धर्मों की दावेदारी होने के बावजूद भी कबीर की कविताओं से ही पूछें या पढ़ें कि वह समाज के कौन से वर्ग को प्रस्तुत करती हैं और कौन से चिन्ह प्रस्तुत करती हैं, जैसे कि खेती, किसानी, केवल पशुपालन से जुड़े तथ्य आदि। Our next speaker was Dr. Sarita. She presents her views on linguistic, social and cultural inclusion in Bhakti movement. Bhakti is the way through which we can came to know our true religion. Bhakti movement's contribution in the development of mother languages and shown Bhakti is not less than a belief. Thank you to all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sarita. And the last rapporteur for this technical session 5, I would like to call upon Mr. Dushyant to read out his report. Thank you.
Good evening. In the last session, chaired by Professor Shravan Deore, the paper, first paper was presented by Dr. Sunanda Sinha, Satyavati College, Delhi University. The title of the paper was Replacing Conventions, a Reconciliation of Mystic Bhakti Liberalism and Modernism in Sabi, which highlighted the secular cult of Kabir, his pluralistic knowledge of free thinking, and how we can adopt him in the same way in the Bharat times. The second paper was presented by Dr. Sanjay Singh. The title of the paper was Medieval Lyrics in the Modern Filmic Composition, Bhakti Poetry as Hindi Film Music. It highlighted the importance of cinema in the spirit of Bhakti movement for the common man, and how cinema can be helpful in describing the depth of the movement. Also, the paper was presented by Dr. K.P. Sharma, Jawaharlal University, Nepal. He reflected on the definition of humanism, which was explained further by the poems of Rabindranath Tagore and the work of Lakshmi Prasad Dutta. Thank you.
Thank you, Dushyant. Now I request Dr. Rajkumar, Department of Hindi, Shyamlal College, Delhi University, to kindly share his experiences of his international conference. Shyamlal College, Morning, University of Delhi.
मैं एक रूपक का इस्तेमाल करूँगा। अगर बाहर बारिश हो रही हो तो पानी इसके अंदर तो नहीं आएगा, लेकिन सीलन और ठंडक इस दीवार में जरूर आएगी। ये जो 2 दिन का पूरा कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ है, निश्चित तौर पर हम सबके पास वो सीलन या वो ठंडक निश्चित तौर पर विचारों की गई है। यही इसकी सबसे बड़ी सफलता है किसी सेमिनार की। और हम सबने कुछ सीखा है। 2 चीज़ें जो भक्ति साहित्य सिखाती रही हैं, एक असहमति और दूसरी सहनशीलता। ये दोनों चीज़ें मतलब हम लोगों ने सीखी। एक दूसरे के विचार सुने, एक दूसरे के विचारों से असहमत हुए, बावजूद उसके कि हम उसको एक्सेप्ट करते हैं। ये निश्चित तौर पर मैंने ऐसा फील किया, ये मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है। मेरा ख्याल है कि ज़्यादातर लोगों का ऐसा अनुभव रहा होगा। श्यामलाल कॉलेज इवनिंग, जिस वजह से मैं कई कारणों से श्यामलाल इवनिंग को पसंद करता हूँ, उसमें से संभवतः दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में, खन्ना साहब शायद ज़्यादा बेहतर बता पाएंगे, दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार कराने वाले कॉलेजों में शायद ये सबसे आगे रहा होगा। नेशनल सेमिनार तो होते हैं और छोटे छोटे सेमिनार होते हैं, स्पीकर्स को हम लोग सब लोग बुलाते हैं डिपार्टमेंट वाइज। मेरे ख्याल यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पर इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार श्यामलाल कॉलेज इवनिंग दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में मतलब बहुत कम लोग, मैं वैसे कॉलेजेस को नहीं जानता हूँ, श्यामलाल को जानता हूँ। तो लगातार पिछले 7-8 सालों से तो मैं देख रहा हूँ कि कंटिन्यू बगैर किसी गैप के ये कॉलेज कराता रहा है। निश्चित तौर पर श्यामलाल कॉलेज इस कारण से बधाई का पात्र है। और अन्ना साहब भी ने ट्रेनिंग कर दी है, बाकी एक नई टीम हर साल बनाते हैं, हर साल नए ढंग से करते हैं और निश्चित तौर पर एकेडमिक्स की दुनिया को बेहतर, ज़्यादा पोरस और ज़्यादा नॉलेजेबल बनाते हैं। इसी के साथ मैं जो मैं धन्यवाद नहीं दे पाया था, वो अपनी तरफ से श्यामल कॉलेज ऑर्गेनाइजर और सबको धन्यवाद भी करता हूँ।
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to call upon Dr. A. Padmasini to kindly share her experience in this.
Namaskar to all the dignitaries and delegates those who present here